What a beautiful rainy Sunday. Before we get into Monday, just wanted to clarify a couple of things. I know it was a bit of an unusual week last week with all the hoo-ha of the sound and whatnot, but I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. We haven't been getting noise complaints or anything like that, and not that this is even something that everyone needs to know. I like to kind of like keep this business stuff to myself, but we were just going through this application process through council to change a few zoning things around, and I just wanted to check all the boxes to make sure that it was appropriate. So they just needed to send some acoustic engineers out to test the levels. So I just figured, hey, let's just make it known that we're just going to keep it a little bit more quiet than usual, especially before 7 o'clock, just to pass this test and to, continue with the application. Just to tick all the boxes for council's sake. We haven't been getting heaps of noise complaints or anything like that. That being said, we still do need to keep it down before 7 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, everything is all good. Do not stress. But I think I was just being a little bit paranoid as well. That, if something does go wrong, then, council pricks about it. Anyway, it's all good. Monday, we're back to normal. So we're going to continue with our front squats. This time it's going to creep up to 90%. This is no joke. 90% of your 1 rep max front squat or potential 1 rep max is going to crush you unless you're fully switched on, your midline is capable, your elbows are high, your knees are out to the side, and you're warmed up well. So 4-2-1-1-1-2-4. Let's build up to them heavy 90% singles and really, really give it some. I want you to focus on control down with a fast change of direction at the bottom. Try and have your whole persona, so your chest, your chin, your eyes, everything is facing upright above the horizon. Don't look at the floor. That will just pull you slightly forward, and really be confident with these 90%ers. 2 rounds of 5 minutes of work. So what we're going to do for max reps, in that 5-minute window, you're gonna row 500 meters. In the remaining time, whether that's 3.5 minutes if you're rowing quite fast, or about 3 minutes, or somewhere in between, you're going to do max reps wall ball shots. So if you're thinking about 3 minutes worth of work, obviously you're not going to try and like really speed up that cycle rate of the wall ball shot. You're just going to try and like settle into a rhythm and see if you can just hold 3 minutes unbroken. I think that'll be a pretty big ask, but if you can just keep it smooth and just try to stay consistent with your accuracy of throwing the ball to the target. If you do need a break, time is of the essence here. So you really do need to just count down from 5 in your head, pick up the ball and go again. Knowing that you're going to have a full 5-minute break before you repeat this effort. Do not just stare at the ball. I want you working really, really hard for 5 minutes. We're trying to lean into this intensity and to this uncomfortable zone of just working your ass off for 5 minutes. This is really important for building confidence, building that little bit of mongrel that you need to just hurt. When you have a candle and you put your hand over the candle and you're not burning your hand, but you're at the lowest possible spot that you can hold your hand above that candle before it really starts to hurt. That's what I want this to feel like. I want you to just hold your hand above that flame and just hurt for as much as you can for that 5-minute window. We're going to reset, 5-minute break. That's plenty of time. And then you're going to hit it again. Obviously that row, if it's like a pretty aggressive sprint, you're going to do pretty miserably on the wall ball shots. These movements pair up pretty regularly in the open and quarterfinals as well. So we really want to understand how our legs feel after a relatively hard row, but not like a sprint. So maybe just taking an extra 10 seconds on top of what your typical 500-meter row is in order to pick up that ball straight away and go for that intensity on the wall ball shots is probably smarter than really giving it a nudge on the rower today. If you do make any mistakes, the second round, fix the mistake, learn on the fly, and attack it for 2 sets team.